Last summer, I had the adventure of a lifetime riding dirt bikes in Canada, in the mountains of northern BC, exploring, learning, and really gaining a lot of skills and confidence that have transferred to my dual sport and adventure riding. Now it's your chance to come to Canada, hang out with me and Dallas and the whole eRag crew and level up your skills as well. I had an absolute blast on the Grizzbait trip last year. I think if you saw the videos, that probably came across, and that won't surprise you to hear from me. Since then, Dallas, the editor of Traction eRag and the guy that puts all these events on, and I have been talking quite a bit, and his idea was to put together a half training, half riding expedition where people like me, dual sport and adventure riders, could come up, learn skills on lightweight dirt bikes that then translate up to better skills and more confidence on dual sport and adventure bikes, all while having the same kind of week-long amazing adventure exploring Canada that I had last year. And the result of those conversations was the Cross Training ADV with Dork in the Road event taking place at the end of August this year. Dallas in particular has a background in sports coaching and education. He's combined that with years of dirt biking experience and a love of teaching and helping new people get into the sport to create a one-of-a-kind event that, as far as I know, doesn't exist anywhere else. Training classes exist, expeditions exist, training expeditions exist, but I've never seen one like this where you get to go to an awesome place, ride dirt bikes to level up your skills, and then bring all those skills and experiences home and apply them to your adventure biking. So this is a week-long camping slash glamping expedition in British Columbia. Food is included, airfare from the Vancouver airport is included, transportation to and from the place is included, you get a week of bike rental included, and the mornings are going to be spent training. Drills, exercises, leveling up your skills, and in the afternoons we'll head out and tackle some local trails, some of the most gorgeous single track in the world. And the great thing about this trip is you don't really have to worry about getting in over your head. I think one thing that I noticed that they did really well when I was up at Grizzbait was leveling and selecting routes that make sense for the group. So we had a very wide range of ability levels and nobody got left behind and everybody had a good time and everybody did basically the same stuff except one day when a few of us decided not to do the big nasty 9-mile hill climb. Let me just read some of the description to you because Dallas's prose speaks for itself and it's awesome and he describes it better than I could. Suffering butt pucker when transitioning to gravel, can't make friends with a big unwieldy bike, see a great trail but lack the confidence to commit, getting in over your head in the back of Beyond. This is the world's first hybrid enduro to ADV cross training camp. Improve your ADV slash dual sport skills and safety by learning the basic techniques on our lightweight 250cc machines. The perfect combination of training, riding, and exploration, incredible scenery, great food, and good friends. Cross Training ADV is a great investment in your safety and enjoyment of motorcycling for years to come. Here's some of the things we're going to be talking about. Bike setup for off-road use, body position, weight distribution, static balance, lifting your motorcycle, full lock turns, head position, braking techniques, weight, de-weight, unloading the front wheel, 180-degree turns, hill climbs and descents, trail riding, and more. I personally am super looking forward to this because it's going to be another chance to get some training and improve my skills. Every time I've gotten training, I've come away a more confident rider and I pick something up every time. I wish I'd started getting training like this instead of just putzing around for 4 years before I ever got around to it, because I'd be a much better rider now. It's definitely a unique experience, and I can tell you that the camaraderie is like nothing else you've experienced. Everyone is very supportive and helpful when people need it, but there's no end of crap talking when you don't. Honestly, it just made for a super chill, laid-back, fun experience for me, and I think if you decide to come along, you'll enjoy it too. So Grace and I will be there at this event if that motivates you at all to think about joining. Both of us feel like we need the training, and we're excited to level up our skills and ride and hang out and eat delicious food in beautiful British Columbia with all of you. The nitty-gritty details that you need to know. One, I'll put the link to apply in the description below. So this isn't just anyone who signs up gets to go kind of thing. Dallas actually interviews people. So you have to pass the vibe check, but if you're a dork sider, if you're an internet riding buddy, you're going to pass the vibe check. That's no big deal. That's the other thing, is that it keeps those people that maybe would be douchey if you are struggling out of the group. They don't exist. Grace and I will be there in Canada, like I said, end of August. We got 1 week going right now. If there's enough interest, we might do 2 separate sessions, 2 different weeks. The biggest detail and maybe the biggest stumbling block for some people is that this thing is not cheap. I'm not going to lie to you. It's $4,500. That's no small chunk of change. You could buy a used Dual Sport for that. I totally get it. But if you can afford it, if you have the means, you're going to get both the adventure of a lifetime and an incredibly worthwhile investment in your own safety, riding ability, and future enjoyment of the sport. And I think that is almost priceless. Clearly isn't priceless because it's $4,500, but the value of a bike rental, lodging, travel, food, and all that for a week-long vacation where you're going to learn and get some practical skills. Only you can decide if the value is there, but I think it's going to be an amazing experience, and I'd encourage you to make it happen if you can. These events tend to sell out quickly, so I would also encourage you to click the link in the description below and get signed up if it's something that you're interested in and you think you can make it work, or even just to kind of reserve a spot while you figure out logistics, just to get your name on the list. If you have questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. My guess is Dallas may be lurking, popping in and out, answering them. Obviously, I'll be looking at them too. And or you could just go straight to the application, fill it out, and there's a place to like mark if you have concerns or questions and get those answered there. I'm incredibly excited to go do this, and I hope to see many of you there. I can't wait to ride, camp, and just hang out and carouse with all of you. Pro tip before you decide to come though, get travel insurance. We learned that lesson the hard way in Canada last year, and I don't want anyone else to have to learn it. It's $80 for a week. That's what I've been paying. Get that travel insurance, get signed up, and let's go learn and ride and explore together. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Thank you.